Good morning. Okay, it's not morning. It's pitch dark and I'm headed to work. We're here at home. Here's what our load looks like. This is my brand new camera, guys. Brand new camera and brand new microphone, wirelessly connected to the camera. And it's got super night mode. I'm like, well, I guess the first video we're gonna shoot is nighttime. And from the screen I'm looking at, looks amazing. It looks amazing. Well, I've done my pre-trip here. I'm actually running late. I stayed home too long, so I better hammer down. We'll leave town here. It'll be another one of those indoor at night videos. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna we're gonna use the shoulder cam here, put that into position back here on my shoulder, and then we're gonna use dash cam, the old dash cam and new dash cam side by side, two shots that are almost identical. Click it in there. There we go. Two shots that are almost identical. There's a timer on screen. Is that gonna reflect? There's a timer on the screen. How do you turn that timer off? Alrighty. Here we go. Yeah, did my pre-trip, check all my lights, check all my tires, all my airlines. Now to test the new camera. I already messed with the settings. That clock was definitely reflecting off the window, so I found out how to turn that off. That took a few minutes. On a day I'm already running late, but
then take the first right.
That's okay. Arrive time 10:05. That's not too bad. I have to fuel up and stuff, but 10:05 isn't terrible. Fueling up, brake checks, so probably 10:30 or so to the destination. Yeah, that'll be okay.
Turn right on Dawson Avenue, then take the first right.
I told Jess to make me a map starting in Penticton, going to Osoyoos. I think I maybe bit off a little more than I can chew. Gotta say hi to people. Must be done.
At the roundabout, take the first exit to Gulf Avenue.
Yes, Garmin, that is good directions. They had to put a barrier in here because some dumb semi-truck decided to try to make this right-hand turn to here, which is a no-go. I want to make the right-hand turn, but to make the right-hand turn, you got to go all the way around. If you're willing to go all the way around, it's actually pretty darn easy.
Turn left at the stop sign.
Should have cleaned my mirror. It's okay, they're not stupid dirty, but they're a little on the dirty side. There we go. Skaha Lake Road, headed out of Penticton, southbound. It is 5:50 p.m. funny having 3 cameras in a row on the dashboard. The brand new camera, the dash cam that just records all the time, the low quality one. I mean, it's 1080p, so it's pretty decent. And then the old dash cam. I'm just gonna go. That's gonna be a hard break if I stop there. Get out of town here into the dark. We're gonna go through Okanagan Falls, Oliver, and hopefully the batteries are still going by the time we hit Osoyoos. Oh yeah, this is gonna be an extra video, I think. Just in case this doesn't work out, the new microphone, if it's a complete bomb, you guys will never get to see this video. So today is December 15th. So I recorded this some time ago. I don't know how long time ago, but some time ago. And yeah, the load that I showed you, there's something rattling. I'm not sure what. The load I showed you guys, that is a load of kiln sticks. Basically, it's going to a lumber mill. It's a lumber mill cuts their big rough cut 2x4s. And then they layer them all just single layer and put these kiln sticks that are like 2 millimeters thick. Lay those out between all the 2x4s, and then the load, or basically the whole big lift of 2x4s goes into a kiln to dry them out, and the sticks are there to separate all the 2x4s so that the airflow in the kiln can get to everything nice and equally and nice and even. Kilometers an hour through the construction zone. Am I going to get a yellow here because that vehicle was waiting at the light? Yep, there it is, but too late. I'm going. Is our lane open all the way through the construction zone? Looks like it. Hard to tell in the dark. Doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I did. Leaving home late. Kind of felt nice staying home an extra hour, more hour longer than I had planned. Hard climb out of here. We're not like max weight type of a load, but we're pretty heavy. We're pretty heavy. So it'll be hard climbs up. Readjust this shoulder cam a bit. Whoops. Just barely nudging my shoulder, so a little further forward, so it's in front of my shoulder. happier with that. Feels better. Hopefully it's still kind of aiming the right way. Here. It's always a hard little climb right against the cliff face. Couple of things that we're going to test here on the Osmo Action 5 today right now is that camera going to overheat? It's sitting on the vent. It's a fairly cold day. It's 3.5 degrees Celsius, so I have heat blowing up on the dash. So there's heat blowing over those cameras. The Osmo 3, every now and then when it was really cold and I had hot air blowing, it started getting a little too hot. And in the hottest day in the summers, it would get a little too hot and it would shut the screen off. But the Osmo 3's really almost never overheated. So we'll see if the 5 overheats at all with the heat blowing over top of it. We'll compare the video. That's why I have the two cameras basically side by side, so it's a very similar shot. For lighting, we'll compare the lighting for night videos. This is where I always end up speeding. Let's just set cruise control. And we're also testing this new microphone. And of course, by the time you guys watch this video, you've already seen a lot of this test stuff done, but this is the very first time I'm using this camera and this microphone, even though you guys have been seeing this for a while already. If that makes sense, because this is an extra video. Yeah, it's Sunday night for me. Sunday night. Normally, if I leave on a Sunday night this time, I will not be shooting a video at all, but it's a good time to do a test. Trying to think, is there any rough, rattly parts of this road? It's a really good road. Just wondering if where we could test the audio. Hard climb here right before the lane ends, so you better get past me here. And I think they had the same thought. It's like, the lane's gonna end, I better get by. Better get by. Pretty busy highway, so not really gonna get to use our brights very much on this road. Think of that now, did I? Basically, maiden voyage, guys, maiden voyage. I'm kind of excited about these new these new microphones and this new camera. And I only have 3 cameras rolling right now. There's 1 camera just laying on the seat because I don't have a 4th mount for inside, and we already know the camera is useless outside. I could have thrown the brand new camera outside, but I don't have a case for it or a tether for it yet. And I'll probably just keep that as the inside camera, yeah, because that's where the microphones will be plugged into wirelessly. It's best to have that camera the closest. So the brand new camera will probably be the inside hot potato camera. Yeah, I think so. Won't be the dash cam, but maybe the hot potato cam that gets passed around. Passed around when Jess is in the truck, just mounted, suction cup mounted somewhere, depending on which direction where we're going. See if we can get good shots out of it. Oh, I can use high beams here, and my fog lights. Engine brakes aren't on. Hard for cruise control to apply or to slow down when I don't have engine brakes on. Have to go down Waterman's Hill now. Pretty steep descent. It's what, an 8-9% grade. Like I said, can't really use high beams on the highway like this. Highway 97 is a pretty busy highway. I mean, it's fairly late. For the Okanagan, it's fairly late. You don't see a lot of traffic later on in the day. When we first moved here from Manitoba, in Manitoba, the roads were busy till like 9-10 p.m. Everybody was still out and about driving around. Here, it's like after 6 p.m., everything just slows down. So during the day, it's a lot busier on here. This time of night, it's fairly light traffic. Here comes that descent corner that there's a big rig or a cube van or some kind of big truck that rolls over on this corner almost a yearly basis. On this corner here, coming down too fast. Welcome to OK Falls. The sign even says OK Falls, at least on some of the signs say OK Falls, the official government signs, but technically, it's Okanagan Falls. See Okanagan River there. take
Turn
both
right on
lanes
Main
here.
Street.
Because if I don't take both lanes, I will curb that sidewalk.
Continue on Main Street.
Christmas decorations out. That was OK Falls. Next town. Expecting that car to come by me here. Up ahead. Truck behind us better move it if he wants to get by. Kind of kept their speed a little lower just in case he wanted to. Alright, let's get back up to speed. Up beside Vastu Lake right now. Not that you guys can see that. Doubt you guys will be able to see Vastu Lake. Sorry about the sound effects. Messing with the microphone. It's just so tiny, I'm scared you're gonna lose it. I can't even feel that I'm wearing it. hairpin here, 40 kilometers an hour, right along the side of the lake. My brights on. Had his brights on, wouldn't turn them off. I should have gone full blast. All right. Use cruise control here again for a couple of seconds. Always use as much cruise control as I can to give my foot a rest. So next town is Oliver. Just realizing how low on fuel I am. A quarter tank. I guess I'll fill up in Osoyoos, I think. Yeah, I think I'll fill up in Osoyoos. I'm thinking of going to Midway, but what if by some chance the Midway card lock doesn't work? It's very rare that a card lock doesn't work, but I've had it happen before. And then you've pushed it right to the limit. You don't have enough fuel to drive to another card lock, and then you're kind of screwed. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go fuel up in Osoyoos. A little bit of a detour, but better to do a little detour than be in trouble later on. Welcome to Oliver, on the outskirts of Oliver. Kind of a weird, lanky town. The highway mostly avoids it except for the downtown section. now says it is 0.5 degrees Celsius out. Almost to freezing in the valley. Bottom of the valley, almost to freezing point. It's going to get pretty cold up on the passes. That makes me want to double down on making sure I fuel up down here before attempting any passes. Basically driving through vineyard country. Used to be orchard country, but everything has switched over to vineyards. Not everything, but mostly switched everything over to vineyards. And you go, look at all these small little farmers, all these little individual vineyards. You know that most of the wineries are owned by a few of the big companies? You got all these different tasting rooms and different wineries, and they're all owned by the same huge company. It's a huge company that owns most of them. Is a vineyard monopoly, even though there's like hundreds of different wineries with separate tasting rooms, all that. Yeah, it's all an illusion. More of that. Wherever you go, you're being manipulated. Welcome to downtown Oliver. I said Oliver earlier, right? Not Osoyoos? We're still far away from Osoyoos. Got some Christmas decorations. More Christmas decorations. Couldn't see which movie it was playing. It's too dark out. The old Oliver Theater. Oliver. I guess we're still in Oliver. I'm a little premature there. Kilometers an hour. Almost right away after that, there's an 80. And we got 18 kilometers to Osoyoos. I don't know, the gauge isn't really changing, and how far away am I from Midway? At 7:40, 6:30 now, so it's an hour and 10 minutes, so 70 minutes. So worst case, I could drop my trailers there, bobtail back to Osoyoos, right? Just Osoyoos is such a detour. I mean, it'd be a huge detour if I had to come back. So yeah, 70 minutes. Basically exactly an hour from Osoyoos. I have to backtrack an hour. Yeah, I realized as I was flashing that car that just seemed really bright, I realized they had their fog lights on, which means they didn't have their brights on because, oh well. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm wrong. I do this all the time, guys. I plan, and I'm like, okay, what are the risks? Bicyclist in the dark. You need more than just the reflectors around your pants. You need some flashing red lights. Well, I've got 13 kilometers to make a decision. So essentially I have about 2 hours of fuel on me right now. The detour would cost me about 15 minutes. If I can't fuel up in Midway, it would cost me an hour, so it'd be an extra 45 minutes wasted. What will you guys do? We've got 2 hours of fuel. There's a fuel station in 5 minutes from now. Well, it's further than that. There's a fuel station 15 minutes from now if I detoured the wrong way. And there's a fuel station an hour from me the right way. But the chances of that fuel station not having fuel are not zero. I guess not 100%. The chances of that fuel station having fuel is not 100%. Just risk it and go for it and not waste the 15 minutes. Basically, I could waste a guaranteed 15 minutes versus a low chance of wasted 45 minutes. I guess an hour. So guaranteed 15-minute waste or a very low percent chance of 1 hour wasted. I should probably go for the low percent, right? My intuition just says go for it. Cars magically can drive faster. Oh, the brake lights just came on. I realized they were going faster. Other car in front of me, I don't think I'll get them. Somehow people, oh yeah, maybe I will. Somehow people always drive slow at night. But if you don't know the highway really well, don't know where the curves and the corners and all that is, I don't blame people for driving slower at night. I might as well just stay in this lane. I was going to merge over and see if anyone else wanted to get by me, but passing lane is ending. Degrees Celsius. We are right at the freezing point. Hey, I can use my brakes again. Dip here, we're gonna get some speed, and you gotta get a run at this hill. sharp corners here. This is going to be a fairly long video. I didn't think of that when I told Jess to make the map. Kilometers to Osoyoos. Made a decision. I'm going to Midway. Fueling up that way. No detour here.
2 kilometers. Turn left on Crest Highway.
This would make a good nighttime video because of all the little towns you drive through. Because just driving in the middle of nowhere, just everything dark around us would suck for a nighttime video. Maybe sometime when I'm in Vancouver at night might make a good nighttime video too. Depends how this new camera works at night. Welcome to Osoyoos.
Turn left at the traffic light.
A nighttime video
turn right on Crest Highway.
Coming down the switchbacks into Osoyoos might be a good video too. Just have to wait till it times out just right. Start the video on top of Anarchist on a foggy day through the fog, and then get the nice viewpoint of Osoyoos as you're coming down the hill. That might be a good nighttime video. But that'd be a westbound video, and we're eastbound today. Well, we were southbound all day, and now we're eastbound. The rest of my day will be eastbound.
In 600 meters, turn right on Crest Highway.
So speed limit's 50 here, but I always feel like 50 is too fast. Although the town's pretty dead, there's not many cars out here. Nobody Everybody's out here chopping, and it's 6:41 p.m. Looks like the hardware store shut down. Yeah, I think they probably shut down at 5:30.
Continue on the current route.
Oh, looks like there's no construction at the bridge here. Cool. This bridge has been under construction for the last month or so. Single lane alternating. Crossing Osoyoos Lake. Okay, as we leave town here, we'll call it a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whenever that is. Don't know how many of these extra videos I have now. Did you guys watch this over Christmas or later on in the year? I don't know. When did I recorded it December 15th. Depends how many days I had off for Christmas, I guess. You guys know, I don't. Appreciate all your support. Thank you guys so much for hitting that join button. Without those folks that have hit that join button or done a super chat, we couldn't afford these new microphones and the new camera. As long as this microphone was a success, the audio was nice and clear, we've got a win. All right, that's it. I am out of here. You guys absolutely rock.